Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss. It's the Forged in Fire campaign. When we last left off, we were able to make some progress on the map. We've discovered how to get to this dwarf guy. We're also sending Frederick home because he now has the scrolls that he needs to learn from at that scribe guy over there. So we're going to work on that. Meanwhile, we're just continuing to collect up these resources with Todd, the sandworms of Rathmont, of which there are a considerable amount, to be honest. And, of course, the automatons and so on, the gunslingers here as well. Things are moving along just fine. Zif's also moving up of these pirates to train them up into gunslingers, and Tancred has the dwarf. We'll see how he's feeling when he gets back home. And of course Todd is just going to keep sitting here quite happily. So Boyd. We might as well kill this fool though. Because this guy's been a little bit annoying and deserves to perish. And so he now has. Isn't that wonderful? We shall end turn. So, Frederick, eh? The boats are accumulating, but nonetheless it's where we need to land, so let's do just that. This might be faster because of the road, actually. So we'll dock here. Meanwhile, Henrietta's going to get her own boat. And board. I'm thinking of having her also dive into the Chartreuse 2A sea portal. It's probably a little bit faster to dock over here. Maybe. We're running out of space to put boats, but we'll see how we go. Let's continue to move down over here. Rathmont, of course, upgrading those into Orgoi Korkoi. And we'll then continue on our merry way with the dragons. Get those soon. Okay. Let's get the gunslingers from this watchtower. We could finally upgrade these pirates into gunslingers. Like so. We can even afford to start another batch going soon. For now, we'll have Tancred move up as well. But we are in a nice commanding position on the map, which is, of course, excellent. We might as well refresh our war machines while we're here. Don't see any harm in that. Was nice to read everyone's comments of welcoming back, of course, after being unwell for an extended period. Thank you for that. Rest assured the campaign will continue. I have committed to finishing it. It's just going to, you know, it's a long game. It might take the year, but we'll see how we go. Let's go get this dragon. Grab the halflings as well. Zif doesn't need to come all the way down. We could do something like this, I want to say. And that being said, I suspect Zif will need to come join our good friend Frederick, actually, because I have a sneaking suspicion that this anti-magic scroll can be scribed at the Seer's Hut. So it may be time for Zif to actually make her way down there. So that being the case, let's bring the reinforcements along as well. I don't know if the Bellwether Armadillos can come, but we might as well just bring everything. Celestine could go back to her little place. We'll go visit the Trailblazer. Tancred continuing his journey with the dwarf. Now, if he gives away like a attack skill or something, then we'll need to, like, obviously bring one of the main heroes over for that, but... Okay. So we're moving over here now of Henrietta. Of course, Frederick will enter this area as well. This dragon box does perk my interest. I would like to do that. Perhaps Boyd could do that as well. It's an interesting thought bubble. I suppose when Frederick brings a boat back, we can have Boyd board it and then head over to the Green Dragons. But let's just continue to bring Henrietta over. If nothing else, she may be relevant for this quest, which we'll find out about soon. Alright, Rathmont, let's go visit the Dragon Cave, pick up some dragons and get them slaughtered. Excellent. Now Ziff. Time for you to head over to here. See what we can do with that. Okay, we're almost there to the point of being able to get what we need. We might as well learn Quicksand of Henrietta. That might be useful. There's the two dragons. Now Ziff is almost to the point of being able to deliver the troops and scroll to Frederick. Now Tancred. Ah, here we go.
Finally! I knew you'd find him. Here, take this magic cloak. I've never worn it. Reckon my armor would serve me just fine without. Perhaps you could find a use for it.
That is indeed useful because that's one of the few artifacts that we can take with us to the next mission. I believe Henrietta currently has the other two pieces, so we can just hand that over to Henrietta and complete the artifact. Useful. Well, I was wondering where that thing was, so I'm glad that we found out. Sooner or later, it had to happen eventually, right? So, that's a nice result.
Perfect. This scroll is just what I need. Want to learn the hypnotize spell?
Yes. Oh look, the anti-magic spell is needed. I did call it. So here you go, Frederick, have the anti-magic scroll. You can also have additional troops. Except, there were other armadillos. We're keeping those. We're giving those back to Henrietta, I guess. Still, excellent. Learn anti-magic. Mirth, we can learn Mirth as well. And clone. I think we do an alert scribe clone. Yeah, we'll scribe clone now. Is that it? That's it. So we've learnt all the spells from the scrolls that we can in this particular mission. Interesting. So, good to know that we've got all of this covered. With our many, many copies, of course, of Shackles of War. But, yeah. Excellent. So we can't scribe Earthquake, it seems. It seems that's just a thing. Good to know, I suppose. Ziff Miles will actually come down to Henrietta directly. So, Frederick, now that you've done that, what's your next in your life? It's probably this area here, right? Which means we want to jump just directly into this Cyan two-way portal. Many times. There we go. We'll grab some enchanters while we're here. And then just head up this way. I guess, we do need Henrietta to deliver the boat, don't we? She can deliver this boat. There's plenty of boats here. And we'll let Boyd move into a position where he can board next turn. That should be fine. Of course, I did run off before having handed off my Cape of Conjuring. That shouldn't be too much of a problem though, like we can catch up. So let's murder these. Get those upgraded. You can visit the watering place. Excellent. Week of the Lizard. I like how the Pathfinder for Frederick is automatically avoiding the land and walking on water because it's faster than walking on swamp. That's just hilarious to me. Still. Making headway, making progress. Can Tancred make contact with Henrietta? Yes, I think is the answer. We position ourselves here. We can then hand over the cape, like so. And we now have the Ring of the Magi assembled, which adds 50 rounds to any buff durations that we might cast. So let's drop ourselves off here. Now hang on, we don't have all of the dragon artifacts, do we? No, I think we're missing... What are we missing? The Dragon Wing Tabard is what we're missing. Have we collected that on someone else? Doesn't appear to be the case. Is there any quests guards that look obvious? Doesn't appear to be the case. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We could continue to investigate. We've definitely lost our chance to drop off the bell with our armadillos, haven't we? But we will endure. We'll grab the pirates and move on. So into the boat you go, Boyd. Thank you. And Henrietta is just fine there. Otherwise, the usual resource collection, and we'll be able to end our turn. I'm thinking for the moment too, what the next sort of move should be strategically, because we're sort of at that phase of the level where the enemy's pretty contained, like in their base. And we do want to kill Dargem before we finish off Purple entirely. That seems important to me. Let's also check the scenario as well. We may want to save just before finishing and break up our artifacts. I'm not sure if they'll work when they're combined. So that's something to just check. But for now, let's see what happens with Boyd here. As he makes an epic landing here with these dragons. I'm happy to accept that just straight out. We'll see what this Pandora's box is next turn. As for Tancred, let's see. Well, Henrietta's not got a lot to do at the moment. We'll grab the Warehouse of Sulphur. You know, why not? I believe we've got most of the other stat-boosting adventure map locations for Henrietta. For now, we'll have her park there. Okay. Gonna grab some zombies. Zombie. Get those slaughtered at the skeleton transformer. Well, I guess flayed is the right word, isn't it? We're certainly doing what we can to continue recruiting as many troops as possible. So Tancred for now is also can just sort of go back to ferrying troops around, perhaps even help on the right hand side. Because Rathmont's sort of stuck. He's like not really able to leave the area because there's so much to do every week. So Bit of assistance of the logistics would not hurt. Alright. What's in the box? I guess we'll reload the save if we don't like it, but... box. There's the Dragon-Wing Tabard. And additional dragons. Interesting. We could slaughter those for additional ghost dragons. Well, I guess I called that the Dragon-Wing Tabard would be there. So that's useful, I suppose. But, you know. We sort of have to cool our heels for a turn. But we'll get some additional spell points. No harm in that, of course. And then we'll consider our next move. I do think that we do need to investigate this area properly. But at the same time, I sort of want to just not, you know, mess around. I want to have a full army, right? And this army may just be massively too small, like, who knows? So... might as well grab the enchanters while we're here. Okay, so, Walking Dead, upgraded into skeletons. Seems good. So purple's starting to make moves, but they won't get very far. So let's just take off that Dragon-Wing Tabard and hand it over to Frederick. Perhaps this particular set of moves was not the ideal, but we're getting there. Okay. Well, good work, Boyd. We could have Henrietta take the two living dragons off you while we go get them changed over for you. Okay. Certainly the logistics are coming together. But at the same time, I also have to acknowledge I'm like, just how strong is this Dargem guy, right? Like, is he just overwhelming? Is he, like, actually not a problem? Guess we'll find out shortly. So we can hand over the artifacts. Here's Zounds of Cyclops Kings, which won't be a problem because we have the magical power of forgetfulness, which, you know, will make this fight just a doddle. I think we've even got the golden bow, don't we? Yeah, we do, so we could just really start swinging away with these ranged attacks. They're afraid of my units, that's for sure. They do have some speed to them, the Cyclops Kings. Though one could argue, how much of kings really are they? The fact that they don't have, crowns, right? Like, what self-respecting king has no crown? Now, I have noticed that there's actually quite a large number of these. It is a mild problem. Let's see what we can do about it. Could cast Counter-Strike and just let them try to wail on the Sentinel Automata, but of course, they're close enough to get to our shooters. If we were to cast a Mass Slow, we'd slow them down somewhat. Probably to like speed 5, I want to say. It's probably worth the effort. Yeah, speed 5. So let's hold off for the moment on that particular maneuver. Now, the engineers could make a move forward. They could. As for these guys, they should just move. I'm more than happy for you guys to just wail on the sentinels, though. Yeah. This is probably a whack on the engineers. Yeah. Well, let's just embrace that, I suppose. They're not very lucky anyway. Let's see what we can pull off here. If we hit here, and then hit here, these guys kill off this stack. Means we don't get to repair though, which is something I want to do. I guess we lost some engineers. That's okay. It's better than losing the majority of the army. Now we'll head up this pyramid, see what 5th level spell we get, eh? Should be good. We definitely need help with logistics up here. Like, by the time Rathmont's finished just doing the rounds, it's already day 5. It's like, you know, good luck. So let's hand over these gunslingers, and we'll also hand over the bellwether armadillos at the same time. Then we'll head back to town and upgrade. Someone needs to hold on to these armadillos. I guess Celestine can for the time being. It's no big deal. Let's check out the pyramid. Well, that was easy. Upon defeating the monsters, you decipher an ancient glyph on the wall, telling the secret of the spell Sacrifice. Not the most amazing 5th level spell, but it is a permanent set of resurrection. So, it does mean if we say, for example, say, alright, goodbye armadillos, we can just like raise all of the gunslingers back up. So, you know, that could actually be a game-winning move. So, it's a bit of a shame to lower my stats as much as I had to do that, because, you know, those were some good artifacts we had to throw away, but what is done is done. Eris is back from the dead. Even though he killed him, he's still back. Some people just don't know when to quit, eh? So, Rathmont, can you get all the way down to Tancred? Just about. So let's just take your stuff. And then you can get back to what you love doing best. And Tancred could start actually moving towards the front line. So that all being the case, the front line looks increasingly like we should start here with a view to swapping over to here should we encounter some ridiculous garrison. So that's my thinking. So we should start heading for the boats soon, basically. There's one boat here. I suppose that it is time to enter. Okay. Tancred. There we go. Week of the Eagle. Astrologers proclaim that as a thing. So Tancred can now head back up to Rathmont, hand over these dragons to throw into the skeleton transformer. We could reinforce Boyd with the additional undead troops, and then of course Frederick with the additional living troops. Grab 5 more pirates. Oh, 1 more pirate. And head up to get the, get them equipped with better guns. But yeah, so I wonder how much of this optimal recruiting from lots of external dwellings is even necessary. It may well be extremely necessary. It may have been overkill for a long time. So, we don't know yet. We will find out very soon. Especially considering that Frederick is back on the waves. It's time to land here. As for Henrietta, the delivery has been completed. Excellent. Rathmont, gathering up more of them worms. Likely story. Okay. I think the logistics are panning out reasonably well. I am morbidly curious about that backdoor entrance. It's like, which is genuinely the right approach? It's not entirely obvious. Alright, Frederick, let's keep sailing. There's not too much more sailing to do. The favourable winds helping us along. As well as all those lighthouses that increase our movement speed. What button was that again? H? Yeah, H. It's like, what's the hotkey for next hero? And what's the speed of a white? Okay, it's actually better than skeletons. I should probably keep one white on just as a one stack to speed Rathmont up a little bit. Especially because Tancred just moves so much fast. Back to the coast for you, there's If. As for Celestine, trying to drop them reinforcements off. I suppose it's relevant to mention that that new game, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Olden Era, was announced just this week. I'm like, somewhat curious. Although some of the initial screenshots look like it's not necessarily the graphical upgrade that it's claimed to be, but we shall see. It's at least interesting from like a meta perspective of like, they realise how popular Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is, so they're trying to recapture some of that. So, you know, it's curious. I think we're just about to get these dragons converted. And we've made landfall here, which is quite nice. Built another boat unnecessarily. That's always fun. Suppose we can drop a slow here. And a weakness, apparently. The luckiest halfling grenadiers. Dealing incredible damage. Problem solved. Time to get that +1 attack skill. It's going to be useful going forward. So, though we do have a ridiculous anti-magic garrison here, do we have the ability to cast visions? We do. Actually, that's not too bad, to be honest. Depends on the power of this quest guard. So, Downhaven has a decent amount of troops, but not insurmountable. I suppose the thing that's the real concern at the moment is those 1,000 sea dogs. And if the guy's immune to forgetfulness, which he may well be, it could be a bloody battle. So, certainly I wasn't being, you know, over the top by accumulating 300 gunslingers. It's like, no, we need a big army for this. That's for sure. So, there's a lot of Corsairs there too. So we're going to continue to examine the area very soon. Oh, I can't quite make the boat this turn. That's unfortunate. Either way though, I think it's been a good episode. We've moved things along, we've made some important strategic decisions, and we've managed to get that Scroll of Sacrifice. We're also going to get this huge amount of dragons here too. I mean, let's have a look at this. So this goes in there, this goes in here. Oh yes, 17. That's a nice amount of extra ghost dragons this week. And that was a little unnecessarily long-winded way to move in this direction. So that's lovely. Zif's just going to wait till there's 5, because there's no point really doing individual dribs and drabs. Either way, though, I think we're doing really well. Does Frederick know Death Ripple, by the way? He doesn't, so that's something we should probably get him to do at some point. Either way, though, I think it's a natural stopping point for the episode. Thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, we're going to continue to investigate this Downhaven area, eh?